Open the door.
An important visit by the man who will be leaving office next year after the elections in Namibia. He is currently the chair of the SADC Troika organ on politics, defense and security. The Namibian president was frank on the warrant of arrest issued against the leader of Russia, President Vladimir Putin.
I had that kind of a situation a long time ago, and I was with the American Secretary of State, Mrs. Clinton, at that time. And she was so eager attacking Kenya and trying to take these people to the International Criminal Court. And I asked him, but how come you're not a member of that court? He said, yeah, our courts can handle it. So I said, how about us? So I always believe I don't support International Criminal Court because it was maybe before Namibia's independence. We have our own processes, systems, and institutions. And into our courts, and they are independent, and if there any crime I'll commit, I will be tried in Namibia, not in International Criminal Court. Americans are not members of that court. Why not? They said they have their own institutions. So Kofi Annan was very angry with me because it was said Africans asked for that court. And I said maybe they didn't have institutions that time. Now that they have it, I have it, why must I be forced to be there? So definitely, unless we have our own institutions, after independence, we must go to colonial situations to be tried somewhere else. So South Africa has to decide, but they're going to not invite Putin. It's a very difficult situation. Why only in South Africa? Other time we were here, it was Al-Bazir. What is it?
Al-Bashir.
Yeah, same thing. So they are targeting you.
Yes. You are absolutely right.
The chair of the BRICS summit says Pretoria is still discussing this issue.
We have noted what the ICC has said in relation to President Putin, and we ourselves are still discussing this matter. Your question was whether we have finalized our position or not. It is a matter that is still under consideration. We await all the BRICS members to indicate whether they are coming or not. So your question is much too early, and the matter is still being discussed.
The G7 meeting recently held in Asia took a resolution to push the developing South to isolate Moscow. South Africa was not invited at that meeting.
We are not, unhappy for not being invited, because in the end it is the host's choice to invite. Like, we are going to be chairing BRICS. And in the end, we are going to decide who should be invited outside the BRICS family. And the last time in 2018, we invited a number of other countries, and we did invite other regions of the world. And those who were not invited could never say they were being rejected or whatever, because the host decides. And when the host decides, they are focusing on whatever objectives that they want to meet. So we are not feeling disappointed, but we are pleased that the AU chair has been invited.
On the conflict in Sudan, both leaders have called for cessation of hostilities.
The situation in the Sudan is most concerning, and in our view is the most unnecessary conflict that is underway. And we have called for a ceasefire, an immediate ceasefire, so that that conflict is brought to an end, and it should be subjected to negotiations. And we would be looking to IGAD to give the lead in this matter, so that IGAD together with the AU should immediately, as they are, be seized with this matter to ensure the safety of life, to ensure that there's a ceasefire and an immediate process of negotiations. It's clearly and truly not necessary for two armed forces in one country to be engaging in a conflict that could soon grow to be a civil war that could engulf the entire country. That should be avoided. And if there is a place where the guns must be silenced, it is in the Sudan right now.
When diplomacy fails, when dialogue is not pursued, countries go to war. And I would add, one doesn't make peace with a friend, but you make peace with your enemies. So in both cases, it will not be asked from outside who will solve the problems. If dialogue cannot be pursued, in any case, Sudan, terrible situation in Sudan, out of the blue, people are fighting. What happened? Sometimes also exclusivity spells conflict, I say. Inclusivity spells harmony.
Sophie Mukwena, SABC News, Johannesburg.